sports. It's in the game.
Gearbox is running a fault. Shift speeds will be reduced for now. Lap. We're very pleased with that.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Ahmed, Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. Welcome along then to the Belgian Grand Prix, the race that gave us the maiden victory for the Jordan team back in 1998. And in the same team, the phenomenal debut of a young Michael Schumacher. There's always something special just around one of the many corners of this fan favourite circuit. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Ahmed lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Norris, Fernando Alonso, Bottas, Ocon, and Daniel Ricciardo, Gasly, Magnussen, Robert Schwartzman and Tsunoda, Albon, Mick Schumacher, Sebastian Vettel and Lance Stroll, Joe and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Now I wonder, Anthony Davidson, might we be in for some early pit stops today from the midfield teams? Trying to put a bit of pressure on or disrupt things for the leaders?
If you're in the middle of the pack, you got your own race to run. I don't think they're going to be thinking about causing trouble up front. However, closer to the head of the pack, don't be surprised to see some split strategies. If you're running second and third, for example, bringing one car in for an undercut while leaving the other one out there longer can put a lot of pressure on the leader and maybe force them into an error.
It's causing your gearbox to take increased wear. Just be careful. We're seeing a loss of power from the turbocharger now. Loss of power on the turbo. Imminent gearbox issues, I'm afraid. Watch out for jams and misgears. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everybody at the team. So let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. Despite the best efforts of our championship leader, that lead has taken a bit of a knock today. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Ahmed. They demonstrated a very delicate touch in close proximity to other cars, as well as showing a lot of maturity and patience in difficult situations.
Let's move on to the constructors. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.